Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is JD Byrd. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
And hello, everybody. Welcome into another Henderson Calvary FC home match here on Cedar Creek Media. We're excited to have you here with us today, and we are excited for another exciting match for our boys here at the Henderson Calvary. Now, JD, of course, unfortunately, the first game here at home with the Calvary did not go quite as we would have hoped, but since then they have won their last couple of games. Matter of fact, defeated an undefeated team in that stretch. For the life of me now, I can't think off the top of my head right now. But beat an undefeated team, showed a few people who they were, and I don't think they're going to be able to hide anymore behind the fact that they're a new team. And, they've still got a few more things to cross off the checklist, the first checklist, if you would. And a first home victory is definitely still on the board. Of course, we saw them get down early in the first match we saw of the year. And then they came storming back. They looked like they might be able to come back and win that thing, but unfortunately just not able to quite seal the deal on it. But it was a lot of fun one way or the other, and we're excited about continuing on with our coverage of the Calvary this year and ready to get this one going here tonight. Now, it looks like there's been a bit of a delay in getting the game started, as this thing was supposed to be tipping off right at about 5 o'clock, and it's a little past that right now, JD. And so we're just going to have to wait and see what that does bring. But while they're getting ready, let's go ahead and get you ready by letting you know about a few of the folks who help us make this possible here at Cedar Creek Media, our great sponsors. So let's go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, we'll get the starting lineups and get the tip of this one going right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics. All right, JD. Well, it looks like we're getting closer to getting to action time here. Looks like there's going to be the starter announcement here. So let's see what we get.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we please rise in honor of our national anthem. And now, your starting lineup for the Henderson Cavalry. Mendoza. Number 2, Kevin Alvarado. 32, Alan De La Torre. 22, Isaac Rodriguez. Number 20, Victor Campa. Number 6, Brian Mata. 28, Kevin Rodriguez. Number 7, Kevin Sanchez. Number 30, Jose Campa. Number 10, Javier Lenore. And number 16, Yael Sandoval.
All right, JD, here we go. Ready to kick off a little, I was going to say football, and then I was going to say American football, so it kind of broke my brain there for a second. This is not. This is a football original, my friend.
This is football, man.
This is. That is exactly what it is, and it is the second home game for your Henderson Calvary. So, again, trying to even that home record on the year, 0-1 so far at home, but as I said, now 2-1 on the year. Couple of hard-fought victories on the road for these guys. Opponent tonight is again going to be the FC Hurst United 2. So I believe they have a couple of different levels, and so this is their second level team. This is they are part of the UPSL Division 1, same as your Calvary. Of course, the UPSL is the United Premier Soccer League. Used to be, from what I know, it used to be it's called like the Lone Star or something or another, Lone Star SC, something like that. But it has now gone national. I believe it used to be just kind of a like Texas deal, but now I have expanded out and gone beyond and around. It's actually a rather big league, lots of teams nationwide, and it is what their mission is to, what they say is to chain the amateur ranks into the professional ranks. So got a couple of interviews later on today. Got one guy that's a couple of years older, and then we got one kid that's still in high school. So Pedro's still in high school. Kevin, not old or anything like that, but he's not in high school. We'll
not
put it that
in high
way.
school.
So it's interesting, the mix of talent here. And, of course, we've got plenty of it here. So, again, at halftime, stick around. We have a couple of interviews for y'all. Now, unfortunately, guys, we were not able to procure a roster for Hurst United. so won't be able to call much of them here tonight. That was actually one of the young men that we're going to have during the halftime interview that touched it last there. Number 2, Kevin Alvarado. Had a good time getting to meet with the team, hang out, talk with them, filmed a little bit of stuff with them this week. Enjoyable group of guys to be around. So Calvary's going to kind of kick it around in the backfield here, wait and see what they can find. Now they're running out of space backwards. They're going to have to start moving this ball forward. Uh-oh. Errant pass. Good job there by the Cavalry, able to scoop it back up. And shot on goal is not realized. That's pretty good defense there by, I believe that was number 13, Axel Mendoza down there. Getting in the way. It's kind of an errant pass. Didn't exactly see where it came from in the corner, but ended up in a bad spot, but Hurst not able to realize it, or realize anything with it, that is. Ball does end up out of bounds again, so Hurst again with the toss in. Got to fight for it there. A lot of pressure being given there by number 6, Brian Mata. Good job there to not allow Hurst to feel comfortable looking for that cross. Kind of a scrap for the ball here. That's good defense there. Alvarado stepping in between the feet. And again, we don't have the roster for Hurst, so unfortunately don't know that young man's name, but you can tell he's got a lot of skill and got a lot of speed there, number 47. So it was a good job there again by Alvarado, just to kind of step in front, not allow him to get any kind of comfortability with the ball on his foot. It's a free kick, and oh, nice save there. So now Calvary going to look to try and go on their own offensive push here. Still have it back in the defensive end. Alvarado with it there. He's going to have it taken away. And balls ended up passed out of bounds. So United trying to come up and put a little pressure on the Calvary. Take the ball away, not able to do it. Looking for somewhere to go, and now got it over. As you saw, that was Alan De La Torre. De La Torre now going to come back up, steal the ball. Going to see if he clears it. Just sends it over into the middle. Now Alvarado chasing it down the side, but unfortunately just not quite able to get over there in time. Couldn't unhook the trailer quite fast enough there, JD.
Not quite enough.
So now United playing it with it back in their own defense. Trying to set up another attacking pattern here. We'll be able to get the ball out to the far side, push pass over to the right, and back to it, and then back again. Now passing more into the middle of the field. Just trying to keep the Cavalry running here. Now deep pass. Nobody's going to be home for it. Oof. Some tough play here. Physical play at the beginning, and nice clear there. Again, I'm going to have to get a set of binoculars or something. I believe that was Isaac Rodriguez down there. And oof. Back and forth. Hurst trying to get a shot on goal, was blocked before it ever even got into the scorer's box there. Now Calvary going to have a good chance at it. Free run, not many people around. It's Jose Campa that had it. Javier Lenore going to tap it back up to Campa. Campa tries the cross. going to be headed out of the way by Hurst. Let's see if they can clear the danger. And fight for the ball. Mata trying to get over to it, still attacking, not able to get to it. So Hurst going to be able to come back, set up a formation here. Taking their time about it. They've spent a lot of time back in their own defense. Neither team really pressing here in the early going. Now that's going to end up all the way back. De La Torre pops it over to Alvarado. And just a lot of movement here. Calvary. Sandoval streaking downfield. Remember, we saw him with, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 goals, but saw him with I think it was 2 in that first game. So he's comfortable here. Shot on goal. Not able to get it over. It's Axel Mendoza. So didn't get a whole lot on the shot. Probably would like a redo on that. Sandoval staying back there, sharking between the defenders back here for United. Now they're going to send it up. Alvarado able to head it back that direction. So tried to get it to pass through. Now they'll get it to go through. Now moving quickly here is United. Pass going to be behind the intended target. He'll loop back around. That's number 22, Isaac Rodriguez, that was giving some chase over there. Now Rodriguez going to have to clear it. Does get it back a little ways, but not too far. And able to save it before it goes out of bounds here are United. Young man going to throw it with the left foot. Not able to score. So now Calvary going to be heading back the other way from your left to right. Alvarado going to have a man step in front of him. Going to have to charge for that ball a little bit stronger. All right, so here's Mendoza with it. Going to try and push down. Tips over. That is Lenore with it. Now going to tip it up. So Calvary having a decent spot here. Looking for a cross. Passes a little offline there on the outside. Calvary still have a chance to recover. Let's see what they got. Oh, over the top of the head and out of bounds there. So De La Torre trying to keep it in. Unfortunately, just kind of goes off the side of his foot there and ends up out of bounds. So United again going to be throwing in here. And United going to tap the ball out. Again, don't have the roster for them, apologize, but the young man that received the inbound throw there couldn't quite control it there on that first touch, and it ended up going out of bounds, but FC going to recover and end up with the ball here. So again, neither team able to really find much attack here in the early stages. The 35-minute mark now, so of course only about 10 minutes into this ball game, but sometimes you see that kind of approach. And now it's going to be a tie up there. I believe Mata is going to get caught. Set up a free kick. High strike ends up too high and out of bounds. So the other Kempa, Victor, goalkeeper, ready to start it back up here. Kind of tapped it out to his right, Now sending it far up front. Mata again fighting for the ball there at about the midfield area. One touch here for United. Get it onto the sideline, trying to find somewhere to cross to. Nice slide attempt, but not able to get it there. It was De La Torre. It might have been Rodriguez, actually. Ball again, going to end up out of bounds. Okay, yeah, so they do say it's off the Calvary. Throw into traffic here. It's going to be tapped back out and kind of cleared out. And, able to save it there. Sandoval now, he's streaking. He might have a chance here. Using his speed and, just mishits it. Hey, that was a really good attack. That was the best pressure we've seen from either squad so far. Sandoval just going up and trying to make it happen himself. Again, just not able to get a good strike on the ball. But it'll definitely make United think about it. You start playing a little paranoid, sometimes you can get a little off. Now, he was pretty far down. Let's see if there's an offside call. No, they're going to say he was behind when the pass was put up. So, again, don't have the official roster for these guys, but 47 looked like it was pretty close to would have been offsides, but they're actually going to say, I guess it tipped off of somebody from Henderson. I didn't see that, but it was a throw in there for United, so I guess I got all kind of mixed up there, JD. What else is new here? So corner kick now coming for United. It's a low one, well defended. Another inside give there, and could be trouble. Sacrificing the body there. Number 32, Alan De La Torre, took that ball right off the sternum, but kept on going. Now, Cavalry might have a chance to attack. They've got numbers going down towards the defense. No look pass out to the outside, going to be tapped back over. Sandoval trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now they're going to find Sanchez. Sanchez gets over into the corner, trying to find somewhere to send it over. Now a high strike. Alvarado in the corner, pops one up, and nice save there for United. And again, another good attacking chance there for the Calvary. Just not quite able to make it work. And fight for the ball here. And De La Torre going to just tap it back. And Campa going to give it right back to him. They're just going to play some keep away here. Let's see if he's going to send it down deep now. Nope. So they are not wanting to let the Calvary send the ball deep as there's a lot of pressure. Now De La Torre with the slide. No call. So still going here in play, and ball ends up out of bounds. Now they're going to have to go back and check on the young man from United. Still down on the A in the end zone. Looks like he's going to be able to get up on his own power and walk it off. Now wanting an explanation from the official, as there was, again, no penalty called. Just a good, clean slide tackle there. All right, so Calvary again going to go back at it. A little shimmy shake doesn't quite work, but able to get it out to the outside. There's Mendoza now sending it through. You got Lenore tapping it back. So short passes here as they've seen that United wants to be pretty aggressive in their approach and come up, really challenge whoever's got the ball. Still no score. 29th minute now, so getting close to being about halfway through this first half. And now going to push it up. Sandoval trying to win the foot race, somehow able to position himself in front, not able to quite get a good control on the ball. United going to kind of tap it back. Calvary going to win possession here. Now cross up over is going to be too high. I believe he was trying to find Victor Campa there. Or no, excuse me, Jose Campa there. But just a little too high and outside. Yeah. Ball is going to end back out of bounds. Last touch by United. Cavalry trying to, again, find an attack pattern here. This is Mata sending it out to the outside. Able to tap it up and through. Right in front of the player's bench there on a run. That's got to be a card. Or a call, at least, but no. Oh. No, yeah, so they're going to let that go. Interesting. Actually grabbed him by the shoulders that time. I don't think I'm crazy.
I'd have to agree with you there.
Don't believe that's quite legal, but hey, it's only a three-man crew. Kind of hard to catch everything. Now, able to save it here before it goes out of bounds are the Cavalry. Nice little wiggle around move. Dump it off to Alvarado. Alvarado going to send it back in towards the interior. Now working it back to the outside. So working now a lot of contact from the back. They're kind of working. Now again, we're not, as you can tell by the way we're calling this game, we're no soccer experts. You know what I mean? We're just trying to learn the game, being here, make sure we can get it out to a few people that, want to see it here. But I'm still learning everything. So what I saw there, it almost kind of looked like a triangle offense in basketball there. It's kind of like a 3-point of attack, sending it back and forth between three players, and obviously a tactic used whenever the defense is wanting to be aggressive, shorter, more stout passes. Now one's going to get onto the inside. Alvarado, I think, was trying to get a little more bend on that, went a little straighter than he was expecting. Now running down the sideline here is United, and it's a nice play just to get it out of bounds there. Alan De La Torre. Or no, excuse me. That's Isaac Rodriguez over there, number 22. Able to run down and make a nice play on the ball. So United again going to have a corner kick. Past that halfway point here in the first half again. Traditional soccer here, 45-minute halves as the kick got through. It's kind of a dangerous position. Now United still has it in the attacking zone, and Campa going to be able to scoot up, pick it up, rolls it out, gives the old bowler roll, and a lot of contact from behind. No call by the official, so going to let him play through that one. Now Calvary going to have it again back in plus territory. This is Jose Campa working with it. Able to get a burst down the side. Let's see what he can do as he bends it in. Sends it behind his intended target. But a big shot there from Kevin Sanchez. Just about a foot too high. Ends up clanking off the field goal post there. Trying to sneak it in there in the top left 90. All right, so did figure out how we could interact in the chat. So saw Mr. Gonzalez over there asking about the score. So if you ever hear me going quiet like that, I'm probably replying, trying to make sure that I answer the questions, because I know sometimes I can be bad about saying score and stuff like that. You get kind of wrapped up in the action. You forget about that, you know.
Absolutely.
So Calvary kind of passed one back, expecting one of their men to be there. It was not. It was a United player. So now they are going to go on the attack, able to quickly get it across midfield. Had to stop there as Rodriguez did a pretty good job of going and playing point, able to slow down the attack. Now a lot of contact again, and not going to be a play, or excuse me, not going to be a call made. Tapped up and over. It looked like it was going to be Campa getting the ball. He did get it. So now, again, kind of working that triangle style formation here, trying to find somewhere to go. Now they're going to send it all the way up to the other Campa. Now Alvarado with it, going to try and go up, kicks it over to Sandoval. Sandoval couldn't control it. Ball was a little bit behind him, so wasn't able to really get a clean grip on it there. Now ball's going to end up out of bounds, kicked up over the head of Alvarado. I believe that was Mata that time. Yeah, so Mata not able to take enough mustard off of it. Nice challenge there by Mr. Jose Campa. Again, two different Campas on the field. Got Jose out in the field, Mr. Victor standing back in goal. Now going to shoot one down. That time Sandoval not able to win the race. He's going to be getting tired. He has ran a few of those sprints here so far tonight, trying to stretch and get behind the United defense. Neither team really, again, finding many chances to even put a clean shot on goal. So now United got a clean steal on this. Send it up front. This might be the best chance we see, and it will be. So first goal of the night is going to go to United. It was on a breakaway play, finding the left side of the net there. So 1-0, United going to take a lead here in the 22nd minute. Guess I should get a pin out. Try and keep up with this, huh?
Goal for Hurst United, number 15.
So it was number 15 for Hurst. Again, don't have a roster for him, so don't know the young man's name. Apologize, but number 15 he is. All right, so about ready to get it back underway, and we are here. So shooting it far out to the outside. Calvary going to have to climb a little bit here now, working with the 1-0 deficit. 21st minute here of the first half. Now again, this is something we saw in the first match. Got down quickly. Then were able to work their way all the way back. Again, pretty good comeback bid. Now, looking for a chance to attack again. Sandoval with the one touch and too much again on the kick. It's going to sail through the football goalposts for Mata. So he's had a little trouble with his trajectory so far tonight. Smart player. I'm sure he'll get it figured out. I'll tell you, whether it was soccer or kickball, didn't matter what it was. If I try and kick a ball, it is going to go really hard left. That is just what's going to happen. I can't kick a ball straight to save my life. I got the fat foot-itis, I guess. All right, so United trying to work through traffic and just a little miscommunication there. That was the man that just scored the goal, number 15, tapped it out of bounds. So now, Calvary going to look for a attacking lane. Going to have to get it out from their own territory here to start that attack, though. They're trying to get it up to Jose Campa. Pass was just a bit offline. United able to step in front, anticipate it. Cavalry get it right back in their possession. Now with Lenore. Lenore trying to find somewhere to go with it. Gets it up to Sandoval. Sandoval puts on a little move. One touches it over to Mata. Mata able to spin around out of it. Now back to Lenore. Just kind of working the two-man game there on the outside. Now going to send it way back to De La Torre. De La Torre going to advance it a ways. Hurst not going to step up to him. Now he's going to kick it up. Sandoval able to stop it, go backwards. Nice little move to get around. Gets now over to Alvarado. Alvarado going to put it into the middle and looked like it was in a decent spot maybe for Lenore to come up and attack it, but just not able to get up there and do it. Now there will be a penalty. So it should be a free kick incoming here. Didn't see a card come out, so nothing too serious. So again, Calvary finding themselves down 1-0 here in the first half. Score coming about 5 minutes ago. As Lenore gonna send one right in to the defense. Got some, I think I saw a couple of hands hitting it there, but no handball called. I think that was just a missed call there, if we're being honest. So Mendoza didn't have a problem sharing his displeasure. All right, so, and he is saying, well, if you're not going to call things, maybe I'll try it myself. And now United quickly with the free kick is trying to catch Calvary as they were falling back into their defense. Make some adjustments there. Here we go. So United still just kind of tapping it around. Okay to be playing with that 1-goal lead. Weren't really pushing the action too far. Sandoval going to put it up to the outside, working a two-man game here. Nice pass into Sandoval. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Oh, man. Just got a little out of his pocket there. It was a good, clean run all the way up until that third or fourth touch. Just got offline on him a little bit. Now United going to have a pretty clean run back at it. Sitting back and going to be I guess it was some kind of penalty in the back that I didn't see. Apologize. So something happening in the back, maybe some hand fighting or something. Ball now tapped out of bounds. It was Jose Campa nearest to it, but it was last touched by United. So Alvarado now with it. Throws in. That is Mata trying to work between a couple of guys. Wasn't able to quite get out of the way. But ball ends up out of bounds. Last touched by United, so they'll be able to set it up again. Now here is Lenore getting to the inside. Going to try to put a foot into it. Looked like it might have had somewhat of a chance there, but the United player able to just step in front and able to deflect it off of the leg there at the last moment. So a couple of shots on goal so far tonight for the Calvary, but not able to put anything back in the net. Feels like they've had more shots on goal than United have, but United able to get that breakaway goal there. Now Sandoval had his pass intercepted. He's going to go play point, try and get it back. Now Sandoval going to have somebody step back with him. That was Lenore that stepped back with him. So it was a good call from one of the captains to decide to conserve there, as United had it pretty well locked up. Now, it's a good job there by Jose Campa, able to kind of just put a foot on things and get it away. And, oh, it was a nice move to the inside until he's tripped up. So will be another free kick coming up here for the Calvary. They get it over to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now going to tap over to the outside to Alvarado. Alvarado pushes it up to Campa. Campa was looking for the defender. Now going to send it into the middle. Sandoval has it and couldn't quite get the touch there that he wanted. Didn't get it cleanly on the ground in front of him or in a striking position. So you keep giving Sandoval those chances. It will make you pay eventually. Now they're going to have another chance. Sandoval pops one back. Mata going to go on the chase after it. Alvarado now playing back. Taps over to Campa. Campa again going to look to cross on the inside. Sandoval's going to send it back on the outside. Tapped out of bounds there by United. Coming up on the 12th minute here, so getting close to the first half's conclusion. Almost said Maybank, kicks it back. It's not Maybank. We're in Maybank, but it's not the Tigers out there playing. Or not the Tigers, the Panthers, my God. It's been a long
all
weekend.
over the place.
It's been a long – I was not feeling great on Thursday and Friday, so I'm still fighting the ick, I guess.
To be fair, it's a Sunday. We don't usually do Sundays.
Yeah, right? So ball at about midfield. United with it. And it was a nice charge there by Mata, able to kind of poke it away. Right as I said that, made a liar out of me. Lenore going to tap it over. Mata trying to find somewhere to go with it. Crossing parallel. Now sending it up forward there was De La Torre. Ended up in the hands of United. Alvarado was the closest to it. Now De La Torre going to put it up in the air off the header there. Sandoval just, again, not able to quite get his first touch that he's wanting so far tonight. United again. Going to go back. They got numbers. This could be a problem. It was a good job there by Campa, able to get the hands up. Like to see him catch that, of course, but at least able to get the hands up and deflect it. But it got a little dangerous there as it was floating right around the scorer's box there. But finally was kicked out of bounds, but it will be another corner kick coming up here for United. Far side this time. Rodriguez able to poke it up in the air. Now with Sanchez. Now on the run here, Sandoval, let's see, he's going to be able to get to it cleanly. See what he can do with it. Going to cut inside. Cuts in. Lenore, left foot. Oh! Now that was a beautiful, beautiful play there by the Calvary. Second time we've seen somebody bank it off of that goalpost, the football goalpost. First time was Sanchez, that time Lenore, so they can dial it down by about a foot, man. That is going to be hard to get in front of. Now a lot of contact coming from number 15 of United. Will end up as a free kick for the Calvary. They're just going to quickly get it restarted. As Sandoval, had a lot of English there trying to go in that bottom left corner. It was a good attempt, again, after seeing so many go high here for the goalkeeper, trying to go bottom shelf. A lot of contact over there on the sideline, but no whistle was ever blown, so we're still in play here. Now one up in the air. Kempa, header. Oh, looked good from this angle, but just not able to quite get enough power. It was kind of a arcing shot on him. I think if he might be is able to get that one bottom shelf, that might have scored. But again, Calvary, we saw this in their first game. They start getting down there, start getting those shots on goal. they start getting that heat going, they can start scoring on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Second home game of the year for the Calvary. Looking for their first home win. Again, going to be climbing uphill. It's now 1-0. Nine-minute mark. Have to see what kind of stoppage time we get. But just about 10 minutes left to go until halftime. Don't forget, have our player interviews. Got two of them this week, JD. Figured that since we're starting it out and we didn't have one in the first week, I'd go ahead and get us a second. So I got to talk to Kevin Alvarado and also Pedro Elizade Corpus. A couple of neat guys to talk to. We'll have that coming up for you here in about 10, 15 minutes. So the Calvary, as you saw, were able to get it down in the offensive area. Lost it, but now looks like they might have another chance. Passing around midfield, Mata now going to send it out to the outside. Now high in the air, Sandoval with it. Able to circle around, kicks one over to Mendoza. Mendoza, light tap over. Lenore, has his shot blocked right off the foot. So a United player able to step in front there. Will be a corner kick here for the Calvary. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. Corner
I'd rather
kick
not.
for the Calvary.
I'd rather not.
It's a good corner. Still bouncing around. Still there. And, I almost able to sneak it in. But it's still in bounds. It looked like it went out of bounds. But no, they're going to say it's still in. So trying to get it inside again there was just kind of deflected. But again, seeing a lot of activity right there in front of that United goalkeeper. So now Campa, a lot of pressure. Campa and Mata over there trying to keep it in the inside or to that outside, but United able to get it finally into the inside. Lenore, strong tackle, and they're going to say no. So penalty on Lenore there. Looks like we've got a substitution. It's number 15 for the United will be coming out. Didn't quite see the number of the man going in. And back underway. Alvarado tried to step in front and get the header. Didn't work out for him, but he ended up getting the ball off the rebound. So now with the Calvary again. Back line in possession. Looks like they're going to roll it around a bit. Now Mata with it. Going to kick back out over to this outside. De La Torre. Going to bring it slowly up the sideline. Now Campa with it. He's going to show the speed. Send it to the outside. Alvarado in a good position for it. Cross is going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Alvarado doing the throwing in. He's going to toss it over. This is Lenore. Lenore lost it and does a good job to fight back for it. Now I'm going to put one up in the air. It was knocked away by United. Now they're slowly going to progress down the field, turn back, send it back to their second line, now out to the outside. Lenore intercepted the pass there. Now working on the inside. Mendoza trying to find somewhere to go. Nice little fake. Able to advance it a few more yards before giving back over to Alvarado. Now going to send across. That is Sanchez that had it, but had it taken away from him. So He was trying to send it even further out to the outside there, broken up there by De La Torre. Sent back up, but not quite able to clear it. Now Alvarado stepped on the ball and ended up falling down. It was a pretty good effort there, but unfortunately it didn't work out for him, and he ended up on the ground. That was a hard fall he took.
Yeah.
4 minutes left to go of regulation. Again, we'll see what kind of stoppage time we get. Rodriguez going to send it forward. Mendoza, again, with his little stutter step move. It's worked out a few times for him so far tonight. Now Sanchez sends it right into the teeth there. He thought his man was going to be on that outside, was not able to get over to it. By the way, I think the man on the far outside over there is Kevin Rodriguez, simply as that's the one name I haven't called so far tonight. And that's the one jersey I can't see. So my context clues would tell me. So it's going to be number 12 of the United, starting things back up. And it looks like there's going to be... Oh, I thought the ref was waving for somebody to come over to him, but I think he was just saying, let's get it back going here. And that's exactly where we're at now. Ball in a precarious place here, deep in the Calvary zone. Good job there to clear it out. I believe that was De La Torre down there doing the dirty work. Now working down the sidelines. Now into the middle, Campa with it, looking for somewhere to go. They're crowding Alvarado back on the outside, so he'll send to De La Torre, who gives right back up to Mata. So working around the back line here. Mendoza going to send it well forward, race for the ball, cross, goal! Jose Campa with the equalizer in the second minute here of the first half.
Jose Campa.
So Campa with the equalizer right before halftime. I like it. So it is back to a fresh ball game here, JD. 1-0, or excuse me, 1-1. 1-1. I'd said it 1-0 a few times tonight. It is not anymore. It is 1-1. We've got a minute and a few ticks left here, the first half. So let's see if United want to try and push it down here or if they're satisfied going into halftime. I would assume not, since they just gave up that late goal here in the first half. Now Mendoza going to bring it up. He's got it about midfield. Sends it over to Campa. Campa kind of lost his footing there, and now going to take a shot from the backside. Going to be a restart here. Now that is Lenore with it. Gives over to Sandoval. Sandoval puts it up in the air. Lenore able. Oh, he breaks away. How about that? Free goal. A couple of them.
A little back-to-back action there.
And that was just great body control there. Javier Lenore able to keep his composure there, spin around, and now Calvary going to be going into halftime with a lead if they are able to keep it through the stoppage time here. So again, trying to keep it updated here, since we don't have a scoreboard, trying to keep it updated in the YouTube chat for y'all. So I will be posting the scores as they happen in the chat. So if you are interested in what the score is, just look for my latest message. So unfortunately, that's about the best way we've got right now to give y'all a goalkeeping of some kind. So again, we are in stoppage time here as regulation has ran out, but now United going to have a good chance. That was a wonderful job there by Rodriguez to give up his body. Ball ended up staying somehow in the field of play, but then Victor Campa was able to jump on top of it, the goalkeeper, laying on top. Maybe doing a little bit to juice the clock a bit.
And nothing wrong with that.
That is the way the first half is going to end. So, again, not a lot of scoring happening there for your really for either one of the teams. And then right there, a little past the halfway mark of the first period, United was able to put the first goal of the game on the board. And then nothing really happened for a long time. And then the next thing you know, you got two quick goals, one coming from Jose Campa, the other one coming from Javier Lenore, and you go into halftime with a lead. So 2-1, your Calvary on top. We definitely need a break here, JD, so we're going to go ahead and take a talking break, but we're going to let y'all hear about a couple of our fantastic sponsors. But then right after that, again, we've got a couple of interviews. Y'all stick around. One of the men that you've heard a lot about tonight is Kevin Alvarado. We'll have him first, and then right after that, we will have Mr. Pedro coming on to follow it up. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes. We'll tell you about how this first half was, get you set up for the second half, all right after this here on Cedar Creek Media. Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny. Y'all ready for this? Yeah.
All right, well, let's just start off with the basics here, man. So tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what position you play.
My name is Kevin Alvarado. I'm from Tyler, Texas, and I play right back.
Okay, got you. So kind of tell us about your soccer journey, man. So you're from Tyler. What has kind of led you here to the Henderson FC?
So I started playing soccer when I was 7 years old. I just started playing in rec leagues and then went up into the club level and eventually played in high school. And I then transferred to playing college in Lincoln, Illinois for Lincoln College.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the school did shut down, so I stopped playing in college, but I heard about Henderson Cavalry, and I thought it was going to be a good opportunity to get back into the game competitive-wise, and decided to try out, and glory to God, I was able to make the team.
Hey, absolutely, absolutely. So you're from Tyler. Where did you play at? Where did you play your high school football at?
I played high school in Tyler High School.
Okay, got you. So you were a Tyler guy. All right.
Yes,
so that, of course, is one of the bigger schools out here in East Texas. So that's playing against like top level competition. I mean, you're playing against other 6A schools, or were you there when it was 6A, or is it still 5A?
My freshman year we were 6A, so we played a lot of the Dallas Fort Worth area schools. But even then, when we dropped down to 5A, the competition was still really at a high level, and it just keeps growing.
So how do you think the game of soccer has grown in high school levels? I mean, because I'm older than you guys, and I can tell you whenever I was in high school, I mean, there was a call for soccer, you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, even at Moore, there was a lot more girls soccer that was kind of prominent, and the male soccer side has kind of grown slower. So just over the last few years, or, since you've been in high school, how have you seen the game evolve in high school?
No, I definitely think it's evolved a lot more compared to what I was in high school. What I've seen a lot is we brought in a lot of people from different places, which actually helps the evolution of the game more because it actually just brings more attention to it. And mainly in high school, even then you see more of just American football, but now soccer in general is just getting more popular, and it's amazing to see.
Well, the problem is that most Americans are built more like me instead of like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but all right, so how does, and I know this is kind of a weird question for just one guy to answer or whatever, you know what I mean? But how does the game of soccer continue growing, especially here in the state of Texas? It really seems like it's taken off. I mean, we got a big population, you know what I mean? So obviously there's going to be people to play. So how does the game in Texas continue to evolve in your opinion? Like, how do they keep it evolving?
I think it's just kind of evolving through just people just playing it for fun. People just start playing it for fun, and then it just grows to some people have that competitive nature in them, and they just decide they want to play competitive-wise, and that's where just competition grows, and then especially here in Texas, it's starting to grow a lot more.
Absolutely. And speaking of competition, so like we talked about, you played high school and you played club and you played some college and everything, but this is kind of even a step up from that level. You know what I mean? So how is it now that you're playing in a semi-professional league? I mean, playing against guys that are trying to move up and up and up. You know what I mean? So how does the competition stack up even that much higher in this league, in your opinion?
Oh, definitely. You can kind of see the difference. Even then, when you transcend from high school to college, you can definitely notice the difference there. Especially now, even though it's a semi-pro league, there's a lot of these guys that have that hunger of becoming professional. So you kind of never really know who's watching, and these guys are playing like that. So it's very competitive, and you can notice the difference right away.
Absolutely. Sure. All right, and so we'll get you out of here. Got a couple more questions for you. So,
yep.
What do you do to continue on? You guys have had a strong start to the season, only losing that first game, and that first game was a real shootout. You know what I mean? It was really, really close, especially for the first game you guys have ever, played on a full-size pitch and, as a group. And, I mean, it wasn't the first game y'all had played, but the first, in-league game you guys had played. You know what I mean? So how do you feel the group has grown over these couple of weeks, and how do you guys continue to keep growing going forward?
Oh, I've definitely seen us grow a lot more over the past few weeks. And even then, I just feel like we're building more of a bond together, which is very important, most especially because it changes a lot of people's mentality and then our style of play. We're just getting more adapt to each other, getting to know one of each other more. And I feel like we're just going to get better from here.
Sounds good. All right, now, the last one, man, is all about you. So anybody in particular you want to shout out, say anything to anybody out there, anybody that might be watching, this is your moment.
Shout out to my family in Monterrey, Mexico. All my friends and family that I've met. And just, keep showing us some love over here.
Perfect. All right, appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Y'all ready for this?
All right, so first thing, introduce yourself to everybody, who you are, what you play, and where you're from.
My name is Pedro Lazare Corpus. I'm from Grand Saline, but I was born in Cerralbo, Nuevo León, and currently attend Grand Saline High School.
Okay.
And I am a center defensive mid.
Got you. So you're actually still in high school?
I am still in high school.
So, all right. Well, that just kicks off the whole interview process right there. So tell us how you got in this position because, well, are you guys still in the playoffs right now?
No,
or?
sir.
Okay,
No,
got
sir.
you. So I'm sorry about that, but
It's
so
okay.
you're out of the playoffs. But
Yes,
so
sir.
how did you, in the process of getting ready for, I'm assuming you're a senior.
I am a senior.
Okay, so just because of the age thing, you know what I mean? So as you're preparing for your senior year playing with your school, you're also trying
Yes,
out
sir.
and making
Yes,
a
sir.
semi-pro team. So kind
I
of tell
am.
me about that journey, man.
So I started playing really late. I was around like 12 when I joined my first rec team. I started noticing a lot of development and the love for the game. I started that at Mineola, and I moved to a club team in Van, which from there I got scouted by an FC Dallas coach. So I played with FC Dallas for, I want to say, around 3 years.
Okay.
And then I was unfortunately ineligible. And then I started my high school career since my freshman year. I won Freshman Newcomer of the Year. Off of my 4 years, thanks to God, I made first team. I got a lot of scouting to play in Mexico, and I just recently got invited to play in Madrid, Spain. And, you know, I went to a tournament, a futsal tournament in Athens, and the coach saw me. He told me to come out to the tryouts, and thank God I made it.
Yeah, and so, I mean, that shows your level of dedication to the game.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
Grand Saline is not a crazy distance away, but it ain't close. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So how far are you having to drive back and forth to get to practice?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was,
About
about 45 minutes. So it
Yes, sir.
shows your dedication to it, man. That's big, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
so you obviously have got, plans, you know what I
I
mean?
do.
So what's the ultimate goal for the playing career, man?
So obviously, like, pretty sure if you ask any of these guys, they want to make it professional, and right now we're one step closer to that. And I'm gonna keep on working, whatever it takes, man. I love this game. I love this sport. I'd do anything for it.
And so how does being a member of the Calvary here, how does that kind of help you continue your goals?
I definitely noticed that there is levels to this soccer thing. There is a lot more competition than what I've normally been used to. High school season, there's not that much competition, especially playing out of a 4A school. I didn't really see that much competition, even up to playing FC Dallas, not that much competition as well. But when I had my first UPSL game, I noticed the difference between a semi-pro player and a regular average soccer player. So this is definitely improving me in a lot more things than I would have thought, physically, mentally, everything.
Yeah, I imagine it's a very different experience
is.
to look across and see like a 15-year-old
Yes,
sophomore
sir.
versus looking across and seeing like a 26-year-old grown man.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean? So that's a big difference. But again, that just speaks to your level of dedication that you're able to kind of conform your game to be able
Yes,
to
sir.
work in both of those. You know what I mean? So that's cool. So all right. So tell us a little bit about. Well, I guess you did tell us a little bit about what you did growing up to play the game. So how do you continue your journey? Like what kind of steps do you continue to make? What are you doing every day to try and make it to that next level?
I'm keeping my routine basically the same. I don't want to switch anything up right now. This is the routine that I've been going through. Has been working amazing for me. Having this opportunity means the world, and I don't plan on switching my routine at all. I'm gonna keep it the simple steps, and hopefully make it more than what I am doing right now. And everything is thanks to God. I put God first. He's guided me through my soccer journey, and I'm gonna continue to praise Him.
Hey, sounds good. Now I'm going to keep lobbying to get the Henderson Cavalry in FIFA so I can play with you guys.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I mean? Well, all right, man, we'll get you out of here on this. So this is your moment, man. Anything you want to say to anybody out there, particularly any shout outs, anything like that?
I want to give thanks to God, my family, my coaches, the coach from Calvary, the Calvary Club, any fans, supporters. I want to thank y'all. That's it, man.
Perfect. All right, well, appreciate you, Pedro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics. All right, back here, ready to get the second half underway. Calvary holding on to a 2-1 lead coming out of halftime. Just about ready to get the second half kicked off here. Of course, Calvary will be kicking the ball off to start it off here. Maybe we're going to get it going. All right, well, how about that? You ask on the broadcast and you shall receive. We were able to get a roster here, man. So at least a partial one here. Do appreciate the Hurst FC United coming over and getting that for us. Appreciate it, and we'll do a better job now that I have got the young men's names here in front of me. Adewale Adiso, number 47. He has been the big factor so far for Hurst. Of course, the goal coming from number 15, who I unfortunately don't see on here. But that is all right. We've got at least a smattering and got some folks here that we can talk about. All right. So we are underway here again in this second half of play. Let's see how the Cavalry decide to play this half. Of course, they did a lot of bend, don't break defensively, but didn't really do a whole lot of pushing on the offense until later, and it really worked out in their favor. Now, of course, late half things do happen. You see that in just about every sport. But sometimes you can capture that momentum and get it going forward and ride it throughout the rest of the game. So let's see how they decide to approach this. Now, United is going to go quickly on the attack. That is Adiso. And, oh, he's going to go to the turf hard. Look like he got his leg swept out from underneath him. Kind of looked like the, what was the tournament called in Karate Kid? Can't think now. Whatever. Johnny, sweep the leg. That's kind of what it looked like. A bit. All Valley. There we go. Let's say I just watched that TV show, that Cobra Kai show, not too long ago. If you haven't watched that and need something just kind of chill to watch, JD, that's a good show. If you watched The Karate Kid back in the day. Even if you didn't, it's a pretty good show. All right. So, again, of course, they flip sides of the field. So, ball was down in the end there of the Calvary. Now they're going to kind of pass it around the defense here. That is somebody else into the ball game over there, and it is number 26. Don't have him on our roster. Apologize, folks. Now that one we do. Okay, I guess I was wrong in the early going there. I guess Victor Campo is not in goal. I apologize, as he's now out there in. I thought. So what? Okay. Alex, I know you're going to be watching this later. We got to redo the roster. Me and you are going to sit down and do this roster together. Because I was assuming that number 3 was Mendoza, because he is not listed on the roster here, unfortunately. So that is not, but it is Axel Mendoza back in the goal. So apologize, folks. But again, Alex is the coach, the manager, that kind of does everything, you know what I mean? Him and his
He's a man
mom.
pulled in many directions.
That's what I'm saying. So we're going to get together and we're going to make an official, real deal roster. To be honest with you, a lot of times it's what I'm doing is I'm trying to look up and down because I'm trying to figure out exactly what is going on. So if I lose my flow, that's usually what's happening. So we are going to get that all ironed up and ironed out. It's now the FC, you're United, trying to iron something out offensively. This ball was tapped back close to midfield, but they regained possession here pretty quickly. And they're going to say last touch there by number 19. That's Fabian Garcia. He's going to have it again. Garcia taps it up forward and ends up out of bounds. Was looking for number 2 there. And some direction from the side judge to the young ball keeper over there. Was more distracted by that, what was going on, than watching what was on the field. Lenore with it, going to send it over to the side. That is Jose Campa working for it. Does get possession, sends out to the outside. Now they're going to kick back to Mata. Mata's again going to send it into the sidelines, pass into the middle, nobody home, and FC going to be able to clear it. So Calvary with it again. Rodriguez taps forward. And some real work. Nice pass down the middle. Sandoval with the run. Oh, had a pretty good looking shot on goal, but just not able to quite get it there. And Sandoval on the ground. Sandoval might need a little attention here. Now up. Kind of a little bit of a limp there, but we know Yael, he is a tough competitor. He's going to stay in the ball game. Now out to midfield, knocked forward there by Alvarado. Good attempt there by Lenore, but don't think he got everything on that shot that he wanted. We've seen that a couple of times tonight, just not quite able to get the full foot in it. So now United going to send up way up to the front. Rodriguez taps over. Mata sends over to Campa. Campa looking for somewhere to go with it.
I'll tell you what.
It's out of bounds.
Calvary's doing a really nice job controlling the possession here right now so far in this half.
Yeah, and, that was one of the styles I was wondering if they would come out with. They were going to stay with that aggressive style, or they were going to stay and just kind of try and babysit that 2-1 lead, at least here for now. Not a bad approach, as you've done a pretty good job, as you said, of ball control all game. So, again, apologize about first half of calling the wrong guy out there. And, again, we did some filming and stuff like that this week, so we'll get it all squared away. Still learning these guys. We're coming off a full school year of broadcasting with Maybank, so we kind of got to know their kids, and now swinging over here on this side, and not to make, again, an excuse, but I had the sick for a couple of days, so didn't get to cut up that video like I wanted to. That'll do a better job of making me learn everybody, There's levels to this thing. Like Pedro said during our interview at halftime, there's levels to this thing. We're going to get it figured out one of these days. So Sanchez taps it back, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now this is Kempa trying to work around. So you got one Kempa on one side and one Kempa on the other. Sandoval, by the way, looks like he's moving better now, sitting around that 40-yard line. United trying to clear it, but able to step in front and send it forward there is De La Torre. And now Hurst going to have to reset things, kick it back to their goalkeeper. Sent a pass a little far, but didn't end up hurting them too bad. Now strike down, and Mendoza going to be able to step up, get the save. He had already committed to coming out to save that, so good job by him not trying to back up. The second decision would have probably cost him, but stuck with his guns, kept going forward, and able to easily get the save. Now Sanchez puts one into the middle. Lenore able to maneuver around, gets it over to Campa on the outside. Campa tries to put on the move, tries to get to the corner, and just not quite able to get over there to it. So, again, you got two different Campas. You got Victor, number 20, and you got Jose, number 30. So, Victor a little closer down on your screen. Matter of fact, you might not be able to see him right now, but there he is. And then Jose over there ready for the corner kick. Or no, excuse me, he's down in by goal. He's in front by goal. I apologize. So field judge, or excuse me, no, sideline judge, taking a little time as there was a substitution there.
Looks like they got a player down there in front of the goal.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I didn't
United.
see that. Yeah, so that is number 6. Again,
Not to disagree with you, but
No,
I think
no,
that's
no.
5.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's oof. Bubba, I'm gonna try. I'm so sorry. Ochiukwu Ikegagwe. Again.
Your
sorry.
guess is as good as mine.
Oh, you know what? And hey, I just realized this is actually double print. This is two-sided, so do have more of a roster than I even thought I did. How about that? All right. So it looks like we're getting close to getting restarted here. As Mata also looks like he's off the field. I didn't see who they brought in for him, but Mata is over there kind of by the trainer's cart, so I think he's going to either getting a shot of water or maybe getting something taped up, checked out.
I think they're bringing on a substitution for United for the player that was down there.
I do believe you are correct, sir. probably be the best course of action. All right, so just about ready to get it back underway. Kick is high. It was a nice save there by the United goalkeeper. Working it up the sideline here is United. Got it around Victor Campa, but he does a good job to recover. And then De La Torre just going to come and take it away. That was like stealing candy from a baby right there. He just came up and smoothly stole that one off. Now, contact around the 45-yard line. But they're going to say mute. Nope. Okay, so going to be a late whistle. But whistle nonetheless. Uh-oh. Might be battery time. All right, back to it. And that's okay. I knew I had seen him before. So number 26 down there, that is David Torres. So that helps. So he's not number 28, he's number 26. Okay. And pass going to flow out of bounds there for United. Just a little miscommunication there. I think they were trying to get it over there to number 19. That is our buddy Fabian Garcia. So it is going to be Victor Campa with the throw in here. Surveying is going to try and get it over to Sandoval. And Sandoval somehow going to come out of the pile with it. Going to backpedal, kick it down to Campa, and Campa had it kind of taken off of his feet, but going to stay there and tough. And again, going to come out of the pile here are the Calvary. Now sends it over into the inside, trying to find somewhere to go, and now ends up way out on the outside. Now 27, Daniel Sierra, who I believe was the substitution for Mata, had it sent over to the outside. Alvarado fought for it, and they say it last one out of bounds off of United. So now Torres with it. Torres kind of a change of pace, tall, lanky, fast. See what he can accomplish here tonight as they're going to cross it all the way out. Oh! As Sanchez just not able to control the ball and ends up going down. That leg looked like it bent back in an awkward way, but looks like he is okay. I'm telling you, as a career fat guy, bending the legs like that always makes me a little squeamish.
Yeah.
I got a lot more top end weight coming down on my knees than he does, you know? Let's see. So now, just out of curiosity, because I do have all this stuff on my phone. If y'all hear some random talking, I apologize. Where is he at? That's going to bug me.
What was it?
Name, position, and where you're from.
Okay. Kevin Rodriguez.
Okay. So that is Kevin Rodriguez. So number 28 is actually wearing number 3. So there is where the confusion was. So all those Mendoza things I was saying earlier, yeah, that was Kevin Rodriguez. And whenever I said that must be Kevin Rodriguez out there on the outside, nope, that was incorrect as well. So power of elimination, JD. Facebook and the stuff that I've recorded. I will figure this out eventually.
We're going to get there.
We're going to get this figured up. So apology, it went a little quiet there for a second, but I wanted to make sure I got that all squared away. Again, these guys did a great job of welcoming me this week and letting me come and take up some of their time, video some things, and talk to them about their lives. So I did appreciate them being so hospitable. So I want to make sure I got everybody right because everybody knows I am the world's worst with names. I got that name disease, you know.
I'm right there with you.
So Torres going to pop it out to the outside. Sanchez couldn't gain control of it. Now United going to have another good shot. Mendoza able to get it. Wasn't quite a clean catch, but either way, he does end up with it in his hands. Now he's going to kind of shot put it out there, way up. That is Campa with it, going to tap back. Now Sierra going to tap it right back up. Oh, no, they're going to let it go through. Lenore on the run. I think he just kind of misread that. Was a good thought there for the Calvary, is now the ball going to end up way up in the air. Mishit there by the United goalkeeper. Streaking down now, that is number 11, it looked like. Had maybe a chance there. That was Abner Cartagena, but couldn't quite get into the goal. So now the Cavalry going to be going back the other way. Sierra with it, puts on the move. Now going to pass to the inside. Nobody home. Campa was trying to put on the Jets to get up to it, but just well too far out of his reach. Now sent back into the middle here by United. Now they're going to have a chance to run a little bit. 1-on-5, and somehow able to dribble out of it. Gets it over to Adesio, right? No, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right in my head. Adesio, there we go. Adesio was close, but not quite. But either way, Calvary going to be able to regain control now. Going to push down. Here's Sanchez. Going to work it back into the middle. Kick out to the outside for Campa. Campa surveying, trying to find somewhere to go. And gets it in, and just offline there for Sanchez. Hit it just a little wide. But, man, again, something we've seen a lot. Calvary like to get their scoring opportunities in bunches. And that might be the one that pulls the lid off here in this second half. In the 25th minute, still 2-1.
Bark.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, folks. Might have to change that key there, JD. Every time whenever I'm trying to type in chat and I hit space, it flips the camera. All right, so it looked like there's another substitution here for United. Oh, maybe they're just flipping sides of the field. There we go. All right, so back at it. United going to have to push up from their own defense. And working through traffic and not going to be able to get away from Torres. Again, just got those long limbs, able to stick a long leg in the middle of it and make something work.
Oh,
and how
my
about
goodness.
that turnaround strike? Yael Sandoval. My goodness. Holy moly.
Number 16.
I didn't even realize he had struck the ball until it was already pretty much in the net. And an insurance goal there for the Calvary. Going to put them now up 3-1 on the goal of the year there for Yael Sandoval. Yael Sandoval. My goodness. And just like that, Calvary now enjoying a 3-1 lead.
Barks environment.
Oh, dadgummit. Yeah, we're going to have to change that. All right, so back to it. Got it updated in the chat there. So, again, don't have a scoreboard. So, if you're wanting to keep track with the score, I do put a new comment in with the score every time there is one or every time it's requested. Now running down into the corner hard is Sandoval, and he was able to stop it. Now going to fight for it and gets it. Oh, almost able to get it out, but United going to be able to at least push it up to closer to that 30-yard line there and get it out of bounds. But, again, just a fantastic effort there by Yael Sandoval. Now, Calvary again, trying to work down. And a good effort. And another big rip there. Blocked off the foot, but able to recover here are the Cavalry. So still with it in their possession. Now going to send it all the way back to the back line. De La Torre taps up to Sierra. Sierra going to hold on to it. Again, just kind of kicking around the back line now with Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to find some space. Going to send it back across. Sierra sends up to Sandoval. Sandoval going to try and go on a run. Is tripped up. No call, so Torres going to keep it going. A little errant pass there from Torres. Was trying to get it in front of his man. But somehow Sanchez comes out of the pile with it. Now going to cross back to the inside. Tap over the head. And, a lot of contact. No call. Sanchez ended up on the dirt. Kind of got high-load a little bit there. It's definitely a penalty in football. Used to be able to do that. Can't do it anymore. Too many knees and ankles and stuff got blown out. That was probably even before you got to start playing football. The high-low block was outlawed. I'm pretty sure I was a kid when that got outlawed. They just kind of got outlawed everywhere all at once. It was just kind of like everybody came to their senses all at one time.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason was it outlawed, but.
Okay, now you got a long pass down, and just tried to tap it through. I actually like the thought there. He was just trying to butter one past after they had seen a couple of hard shots on goal. Unfortunately, just doesn't work out that time for the Cavalry. And now going to be tapped out there by Campa. That is Victor playing down closest to us. So now going down the sideline. Ends up out of bounds. So it's going to be another toss in here for United. They get it in, trying to work it around, but the two-man game there just too strong for the Cavalry. They're going to be able to get it all the way up front. And Sierra sends it back out to the outside. Little time to set things up, tries to kick on the Jets. And now again going to slow things down. Again send it into the middle. Sanchez with it. Taps forward. Lenore trying to find a space, able to come through the pile. Still with possession of the ball. Taps right back over to Sanchez. Sanchez with a nice no-look on the outside, but was deflected. So it was a great idea. Unfortunately, just doesn't work out. That's the creative passing we've seen from the Cavalry so far this year. It's just tapped out of bounds there by Alvarado. Good defensive play. Looks like
it's like Sandoval
again. Yeah. If I remember last time he was worried about that right leg. That time it looked like he was clutching more on the left leg. So having a problem with both tires right now, JD.
Yeah, and of course from one of your best scorers, never fun to see that.
So it looks like there's going to be a substitution. Sandoval is going to get some time on the bench there. Brings in one of the men that you heard during halftime. That is Mr. Pedro. Pedro Corpus. He's still a senior in high school. So playing up here against some grown men, trying to prove his talents. Now he's with it. He's going to get to the inside, and he's got fresh legs. So it'll be interesting to see if he can come in and contribute something off the bench. Nice little fake out there by Sierra. Now gives it up to Pedro. Pedro going to kick it out to the outside. Outside looking. And now, it was a good crash in there. Are they going to say, yeah. So Corpus able to actually kick it off of the United defender. So that is going to set up another corner kick here for the Cavalry. So they're just going to kind of short tap it, set up from the outside. Strike from the outside goes just wide. I like the attack plan there. All night they've been trying to get it close into the goal. That time, willing to take the strike from the outside with that 2-goal lead. Again, looking for the first home win in franchise history. Got a pretty good shot at it right now. 17th minute of the second half, leading 3-1. Sierra with it. Going to send out towards the outside. Now Campa, has it kind of ramp up off of his face. Excuse me, that's actually number 29 over there. Looked like a 20, but that's 29, so that's D'Alessandro Soto. Best name on the team. Sorry, guys, but I got to be honest. D'Alessandro Soto, it just sounds like you belong. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And we're trying to actually get it over to Soto that time in the middle, but not able to make it work out for him, but that will, as the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by United. So Victor Campa going to be doing the throwing in. He did, got it over to Pedro, gave the little shimmy step. Now goes back, reverses his field, going to try and get out to the outside. Nice move. Now going to work back inside, and wanted the shot there, but just a miss hit. As United try and send it down, Torres able to get the waist-high pass. Now sends it back to the back line. De La Torre going to send it up. Soto sends it into the middle of the field. One tap right back to Soto, and he's going to get whacked. But
ran
again,
into a
no
brick
penalty.
wall right there.
Yeah, that time just ran into the bigger man. Soto, not exactly the largest human being you've ever seen, and just ran into another big guy. This United team does have a couple of thick young men down there playing for them. Now here is Corpus. Kicks to the inside. And fight, no penalty, or yes, there is. So late call. That'll send the ball going back the other direction here. So it's going to be a short tap. United going to try and use the middle of the field. Doesn't work out for him as Calvary able to immediately gain back possession. Rodriguez did a pretty good job just being a pest there in the middle. Slowing things down to a crawl here are the Calvary. This is that old four corners offense for basketball, you know. Just keep the ball away. Don't let them score, and you can win.
Time to start wasting that. Time to start wasting the time off the clock.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of a QB kneel, but now going to go down on the offensive end as United looks like is kind of wanting to not allow the big play as they know they've got the talent to put in a couple of more goals. But as we saw there by the Calvary, you can get 2 goals back-to-back, you know, sometimes rather quickly. But being able to put up 3 back-to-back is about impossible, especially with only 13 and a half minutes left to go here in regulation. So really doing a good job just trying to avoid that goal that would put it really just too far out of reach. But going to have to start picking up on the offensive end here pretty quickly as Torres sends one high in the air. Pretty good opportunity there for somebody to come out with it, but Calvary not able to get through the opportunity. Now Torres, again, just with those long limbs, able to keep the ball at bay from United. Send it over to Sanchez. Sanchez sends it right back into the middle. One touch right back to him. Sanchez with a nice little flip over. Now tips over to the teammate. Oh, just not able to get the hit there with Sierra. I don't think Sierra was expecting the pass. Would have been an easy goal. All he had to do was tap it in, but just unfortunately a mental mistake on that one. And again, these are semi-pro athletes, so it's kind of weird for me to be critical of a game. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really criticize the high school kids because, they're high school kids. We're grown men, But these guys down here, they're grown. Even Pedro, he's, about to graduate from high school here in the next couple of weeks. So they can take it. They know what the deal is. You know what I mean? So they know sometimes that you're not always going to get exactly what you want out of it, but that is the beauty of this league, is that is exactly what it's here for. Continue honing your skills and try and push yourself off to the next level. Now, the UPSL does have relegation, JD. Do you know what relegation is? It's if you do really good, you get to go up in level. So right now, this is Division I. There is I believe they call it the Premier League. So there's our Premier Division in UPSL. So if you're able to perform well here in your league play, then go into the league tournament, and I believe place within the top 2, you can move up. So there's a lot to play here for these guys, and we've seen that they are definitely capable, but, there's all kinds of things like tie breaks and things like that can determine, seedings and things like that in tournaments later on in the year. So even though you're up 3-1 right now, you're always looking for that extra goal because you never know if that could be, like we said, that tiebreaker, and maybe you get to have a home playoff game or play, as the home team, or whatever kind of advantages you get, for being at that home, squad or being that top squad. It could really come down to something like that. You may have identical records, but, they say, hey, well, against United, Henderson was able to score 3 goals and Mid-Cities was only able to score 2. So that's the difference. So there's all kinds of different things to go through. Basically what I'm trying to say is you got to play hard through the whistle, even if you're up with a 3-1 lead, and that is exactly what the Cavalry have been doing so far. So it looks like we've got another United FC member down right there in front of his own bench. Looks like he might need a second to get up and going again. So tell you what, while he's taking a second to get up and going again, let's take a second and be right back. Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
Been a nice day out here in Maybank. Always fun to get to hang out here at Panther Stadium. Of course, JD and I will be back here in August and beyond Maybank Panther football. So if you're, been a Maybank Panther fan, just coming over here to hang out with us on a nice little Sunday afternoon, watch some semi-pro soccer. We do appreciate you. But we will be back with more Maybank Athletics next year. Got another big season, or school year, not even season, but another big school year planned. Of course, also got the new man in charge, Coach Copeland, new AD and head football coach. So be excited to see what kind of wrinkles Coach brings in. Sitting at 3-1 still here. 8 minutes-ish left to go here in regulation. See what kind of stoppage overage time we get. And again, that time De La Torre lost it, but again, his long limbs just showing up. He was somehow able to dribble around a defender there for a second. Kind of like he almost dribbled behind his back, but never left in front of him. Now a lot of contact again, but no call going to be made. So these officials have definitely been letting the boys play here tonight. Not too many calls on contact, but they've called it both ways that way. So, hey, if you call it both ways that way, can't be mad about it.
Absolutely.
So that time, Pedro's pass just a little too far out in front of his man streaking down the sideline. That was Isaac Rodriguez trying to get over to the ball.
Or alternatively, you can be mad at it, just nobody can listen to you.
Yeah, that's 100% the truth right there, JD. Uh-oh, we got our first ball out of the stadium situation of the night. That ball ended up rolling under the bleachers over there on the visitor's side and out of the stadium. So the young ball boy going to have to do some hopping and climbing. All right, United on a chance here. Uh-oh, ball got away from Victor Campa, and lucky Mendoza is back there paying well enough attention. Able to collect it. Now his bowl was challenged there by a couple of United players, but no harm, no foul. Now Victor with it sends up to Sanchez. Sanchez going to take a nice little stroll down the sideline, waiting for United to come and attack. They never do. Gave up to Lenore, who one-touched it right back to Sanchez. Now looking for somewhere to go with it. Going to send it up the middle to Pedro. Pedro, one touch right over. Lenore. Excuse me, that's not Lenore. That was number 29, Soto. Had the shot on goal, but just a little wide there. Sierra going to get away. Has it, sends into the middle, puts up a shot, and ends up right in the gut there of the goalkeeper. So a couple of exciting shots, but not able to get any more points on the board. Still 3-1 here. 5 minutes and change left to go in regulation. Calvary trying to hold on for their very first home victory in franchise history. Sierra with it on the sideline. Passes into Soto. Soto taps over to Lenore. Lenore looking for somewhere to go. Gets over to Sanchez. Sanchez just kind of tapped over to Sierra. And Sierra tapped to Lenore, who gives right back. So it's just a one-touch clinic going on here. Now passing along the back line. Going back into that quarterback kneel type situation here. Also, you had another substitution as number 19, Orlando Ruiz, is out on the pitch now. Didn't see him come in. I apologize. But Ruiz is out there. Another shot on goal. Going to go just a little too high there for the Calvary. Winds it down to 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in regulation. Somebody showing off down 175 here. You heard it. So United trying to get a pride goal here, as it is going to be rather difficult for them to come back with just about 4 minutes. But then again, we did see the Calvary put up a couple of goals within about 90 seconds. A lot of contact down there on the track between De La Torre and a United player that was number 2, Ethan McKenna. McKinnon went down hard on the track, but popped right back up, so glad to see that he was good to go. Ball now out the corner, and it will be, I believe, a corner kick for United. As the one pair of fans that were sitting next to our microphone got up to leave there. Kind of scared me. I didn't know what was going on.
I know.
I think the building was closing in on us.
That was a shock for a second.
All right, so corner kick is high past the goal. So just a little too much mustard, and now it's going to be a run on. It looks like Soto just wasn't quite able to get onto the ball, outran the ball there. And nice poke away there. Oh! My goodness. Down on the ground there. I couldn't quite tell. I think it was De La Torre. Ended up on the ground. It looked like he got kicked in the head, but didn't react like he got kicked in the head, but it looked like his own man might have squashed the melon a bit there. Oh, there are more fans now.
Yeah.
Where we were at. All right, so 2 minutes left to go here. Again, Calvary just kind of dribbling it out here in the last few minutes. See if they try and get another shot on goal here. Torres going to go on a run. He says, well, heck, I've been trying to set you guys up. Maybe I'll do something for myself. Passed it into the middle. Was trying to get it to Leon, excuse me, not Leon, Leonor, but not quite able to make it happen for him. Ball ends up all the way back on the defensive end with Mendoza. Mendoza just going to hold it. 90 seconds left to go here. Looks like United has just about conceded this one. They're not really coming up and attacking like they were in the early going. Now I'm going to try and get a little run here. But Pedro will end up with it at his feet. Got over to Sierra. Sierra right back to Pedro. Let's see what Pedro does. Kicks it up. Running down the sideline there and able to catch up with it is Soto. Soto with the left foot. Just not able to get it to go in, and he's been hungry for a goal all night. He's wanted one, had a couple of chances, just not been able to make it work out for him. So under a minute to go. Rodriguez able to take it away, got it up to Pedro. Pedro couldn't get it past that next defender, so United going to have at least one more chance to go on the offensive side here, working it down that far sideline. Kick it back into the middle, and Mendoza going to be able to get up, get on top of it. He'll lay there and take a nice little nap. Sierra with it. Taps over to the sideline. Rodriguez sends over to Ruiz. And Ruiz going to send up Sanchez. One taps up to Torres. Lost it, but Sanchez gets it right back. That is the end of regulation. So, again, we'll see what kind of stoppage time we get here. But it's not going to work out very well for United if they let Calvary sit back on the offensive end. Lenore just kind of pokes one up and over. He's trying to put in just a cheeky one up in the top left corner. We've seen his striking just hasn't been quite what we've seen in games past. But he'll get it all worked up. So again, in stoppage time here, 3-1. Calvary going to be able to win their first home game in franchise history here. All that's left to be determined is the final score, which should be coming here pretty soon. Right now, sits at 3-1. Again, that third goal might be the play of the year that we've seen regardless, just on all the plays we've seen, high school or semi-pro level. Just the turnaround top corner fire from Sandoval. Again, just running out the regulation here as Mendoza has it. Swings it out to the outside. Now Mendoza right back with it. Now we'll swing back out. Rodriguez hanging out on the sideline. Sends over to, that is Jesse Sandoval out there as well. Didn't see that substitution either. I do apologize. Number 12 over there in that back far corner. So United just kind of dribbling it around, looking for an open lane. Going to send one all the way across, and was a little far, but able to be wrangled and before it goes out of bounds. But does end up back with the Calvary. Whistle, and that's it, JD. So first home win in franchise history, 3-1 over the Hurst United FC. And the Cavalry now go to a stellar 3-1 record for the year. So, hey, how about that? I like it.
No complaints.
No complaints from me either. Now, let me quickly pull up here on Facebook because I don't have it committed to memory. I do apologize. But Henderson will be back in action, of course, next week. Let's see here. So, next action will be actually on Friday, so they don't even get a full week off. It'll be Friday at the Threat FC. So Friday at Threat FC, and matter of fact, actually, looks like they're going to be right back here next. Yeah, so we'll actually be right back here next Sunday, JD, as they have 2 games in 2 days. Threat FC on the road at 7:45, and then back here at Panther Stadium on the 4th to take on Allegiance Academy. So we'll be back here for that one, JD, and yeah, again, good final or a good game here tonight.
Absolutely.
Had a lot of fun, and Calvary have put themselves squarely in the winning side of this one. 3-1 is the final. Well, all right, for Cedar Creek Media, I'm Taylor Honea.
I'm JD Byrd.
We do appreciate you being here. Calvary win 3-1. We'll see you next week here on Cedar Creek Media.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.